All right, welcome everybody to the Regen Network community update on this 14th of September 2022. And yeah, lots of stuff going on. Very exciting stuff, in fact, regarding the marketplace. So we're going to talk about that, and I'm going to give you a bit of a demo, just a short demo. But yeah, so today's agenda: relayer operations. We'll talk about relayers a little bit. Talk about the governance proposals that pertain to the marketplace launch itself. Some timelines, just like last time. Just want to keep you guys updated on that. Um, Forum updates. I don't know if that's what I meant actually. So we'll see what that slide is. I don't think it's forum updates. I'm not sure. General and marketplace guides. So we'll talk about those a little bit, and the regen market and liquidity report as usual. So yeah, relayer operations. So we're looking for more relayers to support the IBC connections that we have. Uh, in particular, we're looking for maybe one or two more osmosis relayers. And then, of course, for the marketplace, we want to make sure that, people have a really smooth experience doing that. So euro, USDC Axlar, and USDC Gravity, we do have, I think, obviously just at least one relayer per those chains, but it would be nice to have a couple of more just in case anything happens. And any validators, or even if you're not a validator, if you're interested in spinning up a relayer, let me know. I can help you out if you need some help there. Ishmael actually just spun one up, so thank you for that. And I'll probably be reaching out to you, Ishmael, in case I need help helping others. But yeah, so if you do want to do that, the foundation is coming up with an incentive program for relay operators. So if that's something you want, then there'll be some extra incentives, which is really good for if you're a validator. You'll be getting some delegations there. I believe. I'm not sure. It's just starting. So yeah, let us know about that, please. All right. Regen ledger governance proposals. So there's now four, looks like, that are associated with the marketplace currency allow list. So I'll go ahead and start off with this first one. It's Prop 15. It's already passed, which added USDC Gravity Bridge to the currency allow list, and we are integrated into the Blockspace .network interface. So if you go to that link there, bridge.blockscape.network, you'll be able to actually, I think already right now, you'll be able to bridge over some USDC.grav. Prop 16, that one was rejected, as most of you know. Thanks everybody for your quick turnaround on that after us finding a mistake. So this one would have added USDC Axlar to the currency allow list, but it was rejected due to the bank denom being incorrect. So when I was helping King Super, I'd given him the wrong bank denom. So that's my bad. So yeah, that's that. But again, thanks everybody for popping in there and rejecting that proposal, so we didn't have some junk denom in the marketplace. Prop 17, so that's currently in the voting period, which is basically the correction of Prop 16, which allows USDC.Axlar to our marketplace allow list. Voting will end on, looks like, the 19th, and I believe last I checked yesterday, we weren't quite reaching quorum yet, so please get out there and vote so we can get some more currencies. I know the Axlar team is doing a lot of hard work, and I believe Notional has spun up a relayer for that one. And for Gravity, that was Loa Labs. So thanks, Ishmael, for doing that. So again, that's the corrected Prop 16 proposal. So what's really cool, again, with this one as well, is that if this proposal passes, Regen will actually be on the Axelar interface. So you'll be able to go to satellite.money and bridge over USDC to Regen directly using their interface. So there's not going to be any like fancy manual transfers via Kepler or anything like that that you have to do. Of course you can, but it's not going to be required. So then the last one of all of these is also in the voting period right now, and it just went up maybe this morning, adding euro to the currency allow list. So the voting is active right now. Get out there, vote, whether you want it or not. Please vote. If you don't feel, whatever your feelings on this are, please always vote. Even if you're just going to abstain, just vote. Let's get those numbers up there. Let's really get that participation up. And we've actually, as an aside, we actually have been doing really good. I think we're averaging something up in the high 70% participation. So really appreciate that. And that vote ends 9/21. So we've got a full week for that one. And again, also with this one, if it passes, Regen will be functional basically on the eMoney website. And actually this one, so yeah, this one is mostly finished as far as the infrastructure is concerned, and you can actually go to app.e-money.com right now and already start bridging USDC over. Of course, these are the marketplace currency allow list proposals, so you won't actually be able to use that currency on the marketplace until these proposals pass. So yeah, so lots of exciting stuff there. Thanks everybody involved for all of your hard work and getting these up there. It's really, really awesome to see the community come together and do really cool stuff like this. All right, so timelines. Same as last time still. The only difference is that this first one is now complete. So MVP UIs and project pages are completed. City Forest credits are on chain. I'm like 99% certain on that. But that one is pretty much completed. So once we actually go live, with the marketplace, though, that stuff will already be on there. And that's the same, with City Forest credits listed on marketplace. So that's what that is with the marketplace launch. And it seems we're right on track with that. I think we're only a week away or something like that. NCTs on osmosis, nothing has changed there. And as far as I'm aware, we are still on track for the governance proposals and the bridge launch and everything like that. All right, so general and marketplace guides. So Sari has done a fantastic job here. She's worked really, really hard to get these. I know we've been talking about them now for probably a couple of months, maybe 6 weeks or something like that. But yeah, these guides are actually live and ready to go now. So go and check them out. They're at guides.regen.network. This picture in particular is in dark mode. That's what I prefer, but when you get there, it'll probably look a little bit different. So, but yeah, they're there. They look great. We've already given you guys a little bit of an overview of what's in there last week. Thank you for that, Sari. Or 2 weeks ago, I always say last week, but yeah, go check them out. And they're very thorough. So if you guys do have any kind of like suggestions or anything like that, please let us know. And we'll make sure we go in there and get that stuff updated. All right, so I'm kind of flying through this, I believe. I really am. So Regenerati NewsHour, of course, happens every Thursday at 1600 UTC. Tomorrow is our next one. And for those of you who've missed those, the recordings are on our YouTube, as well as this call and kind of any other stuff that we do. We've been trying to really be diligent about putting everything on YouTube for anybody who misses any of that kind of thing. So here's the liquidity report as always. Oh, this slide is kind of important. So there's some events coming up, of course. I I want to say that Gregory is already down in Ecuador. So that's probably why he's not here. He might be on an airplane as we speak. So R&D and Foundation team retreat. So we've been trying to do this now for the last couple of years where of course R&D, we all work remotely, we're all and all over the world in all different places, and we've been trying to get together. So now we can finally do that, which is really awesome. Looking forward to it. So that's going to be next week, from the 18th until the 23rd. We're going to be out in Massachusetts and enjoying the early fall weather there. So we're really excited to. A lot of us haven't even met in person, so this is going to be really exciting. And if you were paying attention, you probably see that the marketplace launch coincides with that. So it'll be really exciting for all of us to be together. We're launching the marketplace, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So if we are a little bit quieter maybe on the Discord front or Telegram front, that's why. But I am always around. I'll have my phone with me. So if you guys have questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Of course, Climate Week is happening, and then Cosmoverse is the next really big thing, and that's happening directly after Climate Week, which is after the retreat. And a few of us are going to be down there. So if you are going, which I recommend you go and meet everybody, please reach out to us. We love meeting all of our community members. So yeah, and so these are some of the past ones. You can check out this slide later. And that's really it. So I hope I didn't talk too fast. It looks like we've got about 15 minutes left. And oh, you know what? Actually, I think I missed a slide. I did. I'm I think I accidentally deleted it. Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a little demo of what the marketplace looks like. So give me just a second. The second I stop sharing my screen, it will boot me off of Zoom. So give me just a second. I'll be right back. Okay, great. All right. Let me make sure I've got the window up. Okay. All right, cool. So yeah, let me give you guys a short demo of what this looks like. I've been really excited about it for like a long time, as I'm sure everybody else has been. And we're like millimeters away from launch. So let's give you a little teaser here. Share screen, window. Okay, there we go. All right. So of course, if you look here at the URL, this is still, the developer portal. So this isn't actually live, and there might be some quirks that exist on this app. Just as a disclaimer here. But yeah, once you get here, so this is what it looks like. Featured projects will be here. These are example projects that we have right now, and yeah, I mean it's very very similar to our website, so that'll look familiar to you. So when you get here, basically you just want to connect your wallet. I've already connected once, so I didn't get the Kepler pop up for me. But there's your wallet address. If you hover over that, you'll be able to see your portfolio. Here's all sorts of different links associated with NCTs, the different projects you can trade. Excuse me. Projects, trade, and different trading activity. So let's go ahead and check out the projects. I don't think this NCTs are quite ready yet because, of course, that's contingent on the Toucan bridge. But again, this is just a bigger overview of all the different projects that are listed within. Well, this interface here, you'll see City Forest credits on the live one. Once you click on it, you've got more information, looking real cool. Here's all the different credit batches, and here's some impact badges and other projects that you can look at the bottom. I think these project pages look really sweet. So that's the projects here. I'll click on that again. So that's what it looks like there. Trade. So this is what most people obviously are going to be interested in, is how do I get myself some carbon? So here's how you do it. You click on trade, and then there's all the different sell orders here. So you're like, oh, cool. So you can already see that we've got some testnet stuff on here, but there'll of course be credits for you available on mainnet. All the actions are done over here on this under this actions tab. Click the buy button, and you can buy it right there. You fill this out, and there's more detailed information about what all this stuff means in the guides. So don't worry about that. Let's go to our portfolio. I believe I have some stuff. Maybe let me refresh here. Maybe I don't. I thought I did, but I do. I've got some things. Maybe it's just loading a little slower. Yeah, so it looks like they're updating some stuff. So this is credit batch creation. Most people won't have to worry about that quite yet. Let me refresh. Again, this is the developer portal, so things are a little bit slower than usual. It doesn't matter. You can go to the guides and you can actually see the updated screenshots of this. But basically, in the eco credits section, just like the basket token sections, you're going to have an actions tab just like this. And if you click the three dots, you'll have different options there, where it's like buy, you can sell your credits, you can put them in a basket, you can do all those different things. And I want to refresh one more time just in case it's just lagging behind a little bit. Yeah, no big deal. All right, so yeah, I mean, so I guess that's really that as far as the call goes today. I'd like to open it up for any questions. Do you guys have any questions? And if you do, please speak up. Don't be shy.
Hi Dan, it's Pete.
Hey, Pete.
I want to become a relayer. Is there some resources around to work out how I do that?
Actually, yes, there are. Send me a DM, or tag me in the validator channel on Discord, and I'll send over those resources to you. And if Ishmael has time, not to volunteer you, bud, but you did such a fantastic job the last time, I'm sure Ishmael is probably willing to answer some questions for us too. But yeah, I can share the resources with you.
No
That's
worries.
cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had a question as well.
Yeah.
So when we have the options to use different currencies, where does that appear in that purchasing screen? Because currently I just saw one region, but so would they be listed?
Right. So right, exactly. It'll be listed here. So you won't. So when the seller puts up an order, a sell order, they'll get to choose which currency they are accepting. So as a buyer, you'll see in sell orders here, you'll see the currency listed under ask price per credit. And the reason that you're seeing Regen here, of course, is because this is just on the developer side of things. So they're just only using Regen as an example for themselves. But yeah, once it's live, you'll be able to see it here.
Okay, and so I guess the designers will have the icons, or will they need icons provided?
I think they have them already.
Okay.
Yeah, they already have them. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. You'll be able to distinguish between what currency is what.
Okay.
And I believe, and of course, I want to say that
the denom, right?
Yeah, I want to say that the denom actually is listed too in the mainnet, because there's a lot of talk about that, and that's why we had to get the denom correct and everything, because of course we have two different USDCs, one from Gravity, one from Axelar. So you'll need to be able to distinguish between the two. I'm like 100% certain that we'll be able to buyers will be able to distinguish between the two.
Okay,
Yeah,
awesome.
that's a good question. Mm-hmm.
Hi, Dan. How you doing?
Hey.
Good on this side. I have a quick questions. Let me first go with the relayer incentives, as Pete was asking.
Sure.
I might maybe go ahead and ping you as well in the group for more details. But the questions that I have specifically are, is that incentives program running for a limited time? And how soon would you like this relayer to be up?
Sure. I think the incentive program it's still in the works, and the foundation, I wish Will had made it today because he could talk about it a little bit more. But it's still in the works, so I'm not quite sure how it's going to work, how long it's going to last, but I can kind of foresee this being at least partially in the form of delegations. So if you run a validator, then you'll get a delegation, and that would be an ongoing delegation. So that wouldn't get taken away from you, unless, of course, you stopped running a relayer. That's just my guess. And your second question, when would we like the relayers set up? Really, as soon as possible. Just keep
Right.
in mind that the incentives program for the relayers is, again, it's just in the beginning now. So you may not actually see any delegations until next month.
Oh, it's okay now. I'm asking because maybe the people in the team might be interested in this information. I work for staking. We're a validator in Regen and
Yeah.
networks as well.
Awesome.
I am more on the community content creation side of things, and that is actually the second question that I had. And sorry that I'm taking too much time from you, but anyway.
No, go for it.
Starting tomorrow, staking is going to kick off like a refi awareness campaign. We are trying to get some refi news, some Regen news, and we're going to post that on a bi-weekly basis, hoping that we can raise awareness about Regen and about refi. That's the main purpose of it. So what I wanted to ask you, thank you, sir. Thank you. I know you're going to love it. The first tweet looks beautiful. It's going live tomorrow, and we're going to do that bi-weekly. So that's the first post, but for the future, I wanted to ask you, what do you think could be news about Regen or refi that we could share? Would you like, it would be better if we post about the Regen marketplace or specifically about refi? I'm still trying to wrap my head around that. I mean, it's not very shape off, but I'm just asking for your feedback, to be honest. I'm thinking of something like a newsletter about green projects. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, all of the things that you mentioned sound pretty great to me. Maybe once, and of course, as time goes by, things change, but as new projects come onto the marketplace, maybe talk about those. Also, a good way to get information about some of the other stuff going on with Regen, like the Built on Regen program that Becca is heading. Show up to the calls on Thursdays, because there's typically a lot of news there too, and a lot of new stuff that's happening, and it's not as dry as this call, where this is more just a structured, here's some information for you and take it. Whereas the Twitter Spaces AMAs on Thursdays, those typically have like new ongoing stuff that's like happening at the time, with like really interesting information and discussions surrounding not only Regen but also refi. So that would be a good place to show up, and you can get ideas for maybe a newsletter. Maybe it's monthly for a newsletter, or maybe it's get a few things out for a tweet, or whatever it may be. But that is a really valuable call, I would say.
Awesome. Thank you, Dan.
So hopefully that's helpful.
Oh, yeah. That's all from me.
Okay, cool. So yeah, thank you. Great questions today, guys. Thank you so much for participating. So we've got about 3 minutes left. So unless there's any other questions, I'm going to go ahead and give you those 3 minutes back. Anything else? Sari, did you have anything?
Nope, nothing for me today.
Nothing from you today. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
And great job on those guides again. Like, they look so sweet.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're welcome. All right. Well, I guess we'll give you the last 2.5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes back. And thank you, everybody, for showing up. I typically show the last slide at this stage, but if I stop sharing, I'm going to get kicked off. So I'm just going to go ahead and set it. We'll be back, or say it. We'll be back in 2 weeks. And please join us. I think we'll be doing it live from Cosmoverse this next time. So that should be pretty exciting. And, hopefully we can round up some guests. No promises, but that would be really amazing. So we'll talk with you guys soon, and see you then.